Once upon a time in a quaint little town, there lived two inseparable friends, Tara and Aditi. Their laughter echoed through school corridors, their dreams were painted on the same canvas, and their promises to remain friends forever were etched in their hearts. For 4 beautiful years, their bond was like two threads of the same fabric, interwoven tightly. But as school ended, their lives began to pull them in different directions. Tara moved to a bustling city for college, her social circle expanding like a blooming tree. Aditi, however, stayed back in the town, her world quieter, smaller. She tried to stay close to Tara, texting, calling, and planning meetups. Yet every plan seemed to crumble under Tara's vague excuses. "I'm busy with studies," Tara would say, only for Aditi to see photos of her hanging out with new friends on social media. Each broken plan felt like a thread unraveling, and Aditi began to feel like a solitary stitch in an empty fabric. Despite the pain, Aditi persisted. She held on to memories of their shared laughter, hoping Tara would remember too. But the loneliness began to weigh heavily on her. One evening, as she sat in the park where they used to meet, her thoughts spiraled. "Why am I always the one trying? Maybe I'm not enough. Maybe I never was." A soft voice interrupted her thoughts. It was an elderly woman, her hair silver and her eyes warm. She carried a basket of yarn and needles, knitting something intricate. "You seem lost, child," the woman said, sitting beside Aditi. Aditi hesitated but then poured her heart out to the stranger. The woman listened intently, her fingers never stopping their rhythmic dance. When Aditi finished, the woman held up the piece she was knitting. It was a vibrant set of drapes, full of colors and patterns. "Do you see this?" she asked. "Each thread here has a purpose. Some are long, others short. Some shine brightly, others fade into the background. Yet they all play their part in making this beautiful." Aditi looked at her, confused. "Tara," the woman continued, "is a thread in your drapes. But she's not the whole picture. You've been focusing on her so much that you've forgotten the rest of your fabric." Aditi frowned. "But she's important to me. I don't want to lose her." "You don't have to," the woman said gently. "But you must understand that threads fray, paths diverge, and people change. Your drapes are still yours to weave. Add new colors, explore new patterns. Don't let one thread define your story." Aditi sat in silence, the woman's words settling like soft rain on parched soil. Over the next weeks, Aditi began to shift her focus. She joined a local art club, finding solace in painting. She started volunteering at the library, meeting people who shared her love for books. Slowly, her drapes grew richer. Tara's replies remained sporadic, and her excuses didn't change. But Aditi no longer let it consume her. She realized that she didn't have to erase Tara's thread, but could allow it to settle where it belonged, in the past or wherever Tara chose to be in her life. One day, as Aditi was setting up an art exhibit at the library, Tara showed up unexpectedly. "You've changed," Tara said, looking at Aditi's glowing face. "I had to," Aditi replied with a smile. "But I'm glad you are here." Their conversation was brief, and though it didn't restore their friendship to what it once was, Aditi felt peace. She realized that relationships are like threads in drapes. Some stay, some go, but each one adds to the beauty of the whole. And so, Aditi continued weaving her life, vibrant and full, knowing that no single thread could ever define her story. Sometimes, the threads we hold onto the tightest are the ones that need to be let go, to make room for the beautiful patterns we are yet to weave.